sunny island. Is it sunny over
Yes,
there,
it is
Liz?
sunny. It's really nice, yeah.
Oh, well, there we go. So Liz is here to give us some insights on how salons can cope with the current lockdown and things to think about for when she lifts the lockdown. I wish Liz had the power, but when our dear old president lifts the lockdown and what we should be doing, etc. So we have a PowerPoint presentation which I will be operating from my side. So Liz will say now and again, please change the slide. So bear with us on that side as well, people. So over to you, Liz.
Well, good morning to everybody, and Phil, thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm absolutely delighted to be joining you. I suppose to give a little bit of my background, I specialise in salon turnaround. So I spend my life in and out of salons and having a look at how they're doing and possibly just figuring out how well they could do and moving them along. So I have a long-standing background in this, and thrilled to be talking to you today because I get so many people following me from South Africa. So it's wonderful to be here. And I suppose if we move on to the first slide, when this all erupted, first of all, I was very much of the mindset, great, now in a way, you know, it's an ill wind that blows no good. So we actually now have time to work on our businesses, because I run lots of workshops, lots of events, and the thing I get back the whole time from salon owners, when I'm giving them work to do on their businesses, just literally, I don't have time. I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that. So now is actually very much the time to work on your business. I know it's tough. I know it's hard, but it's time to tidy up your housekeeping and get your business in order. I'm not 100% certain. We're all on this voyage of discovery. I don't know really what's going to happen. But the one thing that I am 100% certain about is that you're in a business that's fairly recession proof. And when this is all lifted and when, when things are over and you can open up for trade again, you will have an influx of clients, because they are missing you so much. Studies have already been done as to what is the first thing people are going to do when the lockdown is lifted. And the number one business that people have said they want to go back to is their salons. So you've got to be ready for this. So now is the time to work on your business and not just in it. So this has very much been my message the whole way along. So I've put together 11 tips about how to navigate your business through coronavirus. So, Phil, if it's okay, we'll move on to slide number 1. And just to say, all these details are actually on my website, lizmckeon.com. So if you want to revisit any of this, please just go onto my website. The first thing to do is not to be an ostrich and do not bury your head in the sand. 2020 is a different world now. The world is changing. When this is over, whole new economies will emerge. Waiting until the lockdown is lifted and until the virus is gone is too late to actually start thinking about your business, because this influx is coming. So you need to get your business sorted. So don't bury your head in the sand. Take it out of the sand. Get yourself a notebook and pen. Sit with yourself every day. Work on your business and figure out the things that have been bothering you, the things you hadn't time to attend to. And let's just get it right. So when you open up those doors, you are good to go, because we need short-term strategies here, but we need long-term strategies as well. So short term, be ready, because we want those clients, when you open the door, you want them to know that they are going to come back to you over and over and over again. So don't be an ostrich, don't bury your head in the sand. This is not going away. Get ready to work on your business. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 then is actually to take care of yourself. Everybody is vulnerable at the moment, as we know, but I'm saying health is your number 1 priority in relation to your business, because it's critical now that you don't take any chances, because you are the driving force and you are the engine behind your business. So make sure that you are healthy physically, mentally, and emotionally. Now, emotionally there is probably the most important one, because we're not used, I mean, you're all very used to being very busy every single day. So to sit at home with yourselves all day, every day is really, really challenging. But you can't afford for your stress levels to go up, because if your stress levels go up too much, then your immunity is going to go down and you cannot take the risk. This time is all about getting ready for your comeback. Okay, your comeback into your business, and you want yourself to be really healthy and your business to be really strong and ready to go. So I'm saying during this downtime, please, please take care of your health. It is your number one. It is your number one priority, and you are the critical driving force to your business. So get ready for that. So that's my step number 2. Step number 3, Phil, is to have a look at your team and your team morale. I've worked with literally thousands and thousands of salons now over the years. And 2 things, let's just name it, 2 things are your biggest challenge. One being people management, and the second being your cash flow. Let's work on your business now so that you actually eliminate those challenges when you reopen your doors. So your team morale, so you want the best team and everybody really, really well positioned. Now, this is a shaky time for your team members, so it's critical that you stay in touch with them and keep their morale high, so that they're actually really, really looking forward to coming back and meeting all those new clients and being ready for that influx of clients. So now is the time to work with your team. You just keeping in touch with them, keeping their morale high, working with them. You know, I'm sure there's lots of things that you would have observed about your team, things that you were happy with, but things that maybe you would have liked to change and improve on. Now is the time to start coaching your team and working with your team so that they are just ready for full productivity, full occupancy, selling your retail products. You know, the money that's gone is gone. It's not going to come back. Therefore, you have to go for full occupancy, full productivity, and you need all your team members on board, on the same page as you. And now you have time to work with them. I'm not saying all day, every day, but keep in touch with them. You know, recruiters are busy there in the background, and they're out now looking for people who want to shift and who want to move. So now is the time for you to hold on to your star players and make them confident that your business is absolutely going to thrive. So keep an eye on that team morale and make sure that it doesn't slip. Now is also the time to have a look at your own management skills in terms of managing your team. Our industry has the second highest failure rate of all business sectors.
Sorry.
That's okay. And the number one reason for that for that high failure rate is not lack of clients, it's not lack of demand, it's actually poor management skills. So if you feel your management skills need a bit of tweaking, now is the time to take care of that and attend to your own management skills. How can you be a better team leader? How can you be a better manager? How can you motivate your team a little bit better? Going forward, what time do you need every day to work on your business when it reopens? And how do you keep that team morale high? So take care of your team, but also be honest and be true to yourself, and where do you need to improve your management skills, and really use this time to do that. So that's step number 3.
So Liz, can I just interrupt and ask, so do you recommend things like online training for for everybody? Yes. Are there places that you know of that people can go for that online management training? Or
well, I'm going to say, can you work with me? I'm a lifelong student on the subject of management, and I run management courses all the time. And working on your business and with this message in mind, I actually developed a 14-day podcast working on your business, not just in it. And again, that's on my website, and I have a whole section on that about improving your management skills. So yes, I would say that. Yeah, because management is just something, it's just another skill. And once you learn it, your team will work with you a lot better. Sure. So I can really only recommend my own resources. So I'm going to say, go on to lizmckeon.com. I have stacks and stacks of free resources there. And I even have a video called the 200-pound salon turnaround, where I took a salon in the UK a couple of years ago, and my challenge was to double its turnover in 2 weeks, and we actually got double the profit in 2 weeks, and we actually got the profit up 12 times. So I'm really suggesting use me as a resource, but definitely my 14-day podcast, definitely worth having a look at. And it's about 15 minutes a day. Sit down with a notebook and pen and work your way through it. So now's the time, yes, to work on people's technical skills, but I also think it's a time to work on your own management skills. So your team are your biggest asset. You can't service every single client yourself. If you have a team, you want them all on their game. So interact with your team and improve your own management skills.
Okay.
That's step number 3.
And interacting with the team, Skype or Zoom or what have you.
Yes. Really keep in touch with them. So I can categorize people rightly or wrongly into your A's, your B's, and your C's. So you want all your, you want all your team members to be star players by the time you're going to be so busy.
Yeah.
It's something to look forward to.
All right. Thanks for that bit.
Okay, so step number 4 is actually taking a look at your clients. You've got to communicate with your clients. You've got to stay on their radar. You've got to ring fence them. Everybody is going to be looking for clients when this reopens. So ring fence them. I think the point to make here is that people are going to be craving connection by the time this is all over. Okay? That's one of the reasons there's going to be such a demand for salons, because you connect with your clients on a level that most other industries or suppliers or whatever people buy or need. In salons, you connect with people on a whole different level. So stay in front of your clients, ring fence them. You worked hard to get them. And the message to give out is, I'm still here and I'm still going to take care of you. I'm still thinking about you. Like somebody I was speaking to last week said they got a text message from their therapist just to say, I'm thinking about you and I hope you're okay. So stay in contact with them so that you are the number one first choice in their mind. So when the lockdown is lifted and salons are open again, you don't want your clients thinking, well, I wonder, will I go to salon A, B, C, D, or E? You want them to say, well, I'm just going there because she stayed in touch with me. She stayed connected to me. And when you do that, the message that you give out is that I'm interested in you. If you fall off the surface and fall off their radar, then the message that you're giving to them is pretty much, well, I really only care about you when you're giving me money. Stay in front of them now with lots of information and lots of details, and understand that they obviously are craving connection already, but by the time this is over, of course, you're going to be their first place to go to. So do not stop marketing. History has shown that businesses that do well in a recession are the businesses that stay marketing. Okay, so do not stop marketing. So your clients, ring fence them, stay in front of them, and be their number one first choice when this is over. Okay, so I'll come back to marketing in a few minutes again. Step number 5 then is to spend some time thinking about things. This virus has definitely been spread physically, that's fairly obvious, but it's also been spread mentally by the media. And I think you've got to be very self-disciplined here, and I think you've got to be very selective. I would prefer to see you working on your own to-do list for your business than sitting in front of the television all day, every day, and just absorbing far too much bad news. We need a certain amount of it. We need to know what's going on. But I think discipline yourself. And as you were saying earlier, Phil, there's so much nonsense going around as well. And that's just frightening people. So find out what you need to know, but spend your time reflecting on your own world, on your own life, on your own business. That will serve you an awful lot better. So have your to-do list. I'm a great person for notebooks and to-do lists. So have your to-do list. And sometimes part of the reason I developed the 14-day podcast was because people contacted me and said, Liz, you keep talking about my to-do list and what to do. I don't know what to do and I don't know where to start. So sometimes I say, just start with the things that were getting on your nerves. In your to-do list, write down all the things that were bothering you, all the things that were getting on your nerves in your salon that you just didn't have time to attend to, and start on that. So I hope number 5 makes sense. Number 6 is important. Number 6, you know, the one thing we do have now is time, and we have lots of it, is to shift your perspective. Every time there are massive universal shifts and changes, there are also opportunities. And hopefully this is a once in a century, you know, thing that's going on at the moment. It's, you know, hopefully it's not going to come back in our lifetimes, but whenever there's been big, huge shifts like this, there are also big opportunities. And as business owners, you're amazing entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs are really good at eking out the opportunities. So you need to be looking for the opportunities right now. And what are your chances to actually do better when your business reopens? I have a phrase that true luck happens when preparation meets opportunity. So true luck happens, falls into your lap when preparation meets opportunity. So there are opportunities going to happen from the current situation. Start looking for them and be prepared for them. So shift your perspective. Yes, this is a terrible time and it's a really tough time. But there are opportunities to be had as well. So be ready to eke out those opportunities and to shift from the challenges, deal with the challenges, attend to those, attend to your business housekeeping, be ready for the opportunity. The big opportunity that I foresee is this influx of clients that are going to come rushing back into your business. So shift your perspective to that. I hope this is making sense, is it, Phil?
Yes, yeah, it's good. I was just being interrupted. Jaden is here to say hello, but
oh, hello. No, just making sure that it's what I'm saying is sorry. That's okay. Don't worry at all.
Such are the times.
Number 7 is do your best to remain positive. In the current climate, everybody is talking about the same stories. You don't need any more negativity. So whatever you need to do every day, do it to keep yourself positive, because people naturally gravitate to people who are positive. So you've got to stay in that. So be that positive person that people want to gravitate towards, your suppliers, your team, your staff members. And I think to keep yourself positive, a routine is really, really important. And it's hard for you to have a routine at the moment because your lifestyle, your day-to-day lifestyle is so off track. So what can you do every day to keep yourself in a routine? And for example, every morning I do my Facebook and my Instagram lives, and people keep writing to me saying it's great, it's keeping them motivated. And I have to answer back and say, well, actually it's keeping me really motivated as well, because it means I have to be up and dressed and my makeup on. And, you know, every day is a bad hair day at the moment, but I'm doing my best with it. So it's actually putting a discipline on me to be up and ready to start working at 9 o'clock every single day. So have a routine for yourself. The other thing that I'm suggesting to people is, in your notebook, write down before the day ends every day 5 to 10 things that you're actually grateful for. Five or 6 things that actually went well today, or just even like we were saying earlier, like I'm grateful for it being a nice day, so that you actually keep programming your mind to stay on the positive side of things. I know I was certainly very hopeful when this started, first of all, that the lockdown would just go on for a few weeks, and I knew I was being naive about it, but I really just wanted it to be over. But now we know we're in for the long haul. You've just got to stay in that routine and keep as positive as you possibly can. When you catch yourself going into that negative frame of mind, then get yourself back out of it. And being grateful is probably the easiest way to do that. So that's step number 7. Number 8 is actually adopt a not now attitude around your cash flow. And this is part of number 1 as well. Please don't bury your head in the sand. Adapt a not now attitude in relation to your cash flow. This lockdown situation is going on longer than we thought it was going to be. You've got to face up to your cash flow situation. your business. This is never ever. This is really these are really unprecedented times that we're living in. I don't ever remember a time that everybody I work with, their businesses were just stopped so radically. It would be very easy to just bury your head and say, well, I'm not going to look at my cash flow. I'm not going to look at the bank. I'm not going to look at any of that until this is over. No, I think you've got to take your head out of the sand on this one. And I talk a lot in my workshops about your internal team and your external team. So part of your external team would be the people who help and support your business, like your accountants, your bookkeepers, people like that. If it means you have to allocate 20 minutes and you phone your accountant and you say, right, let's look at my bank. What can I stop spending? Where am I to stop spending? What do I need to change? What do I need to fix? Start now to fix the hole in your financial bucket. Where was the money leaking out? Where was it bleeding out? And get your financial housekeeping in order. I'm not saying don't spend on marketing or business development, but I'm saying get in there and find out, like, all those little direct debits, standing orders, all the things you were spending on that maybe when you reopen you don't need to keep spending on now. So get your financial housekeeping in order. So adapt a not now attitude in terms of not now, I'm not spending on anything I don't need to spend on. Don't wait until it's over, because you're just going to run up far too much debt. So adapt a not now attitude. Anything I don't need to spend money on, I'm not spending on it now. Number 9.
Sorry, Liz, just going back to that, presumably you also mean that they should be negotiating with landlords to maybe get rent reviews, suppliers, if they haven't yet paid the bills.
Make all these phone calls now. If you're in trouble, don't wait until it's over. Have your business plan ready to, that you're going to go at 100% productivity and you can make it back up. Yeah. Contact your bank. This is where I'm at. What help can you give me? Contact your suppliers. I can't pay my bills. Can I put them on hold? Of course, go to your landlord. You're not even in your building. So what are they going to do for you now? And I know it's really tough. And that's why I'm saying, I know this scares the living daylights out of everybody. That's why I'm saying, if you have a third party that can help you, like an accountant, use them and maybe get them to do the talking for you. But don't wait until this is over, because you're going to run up too much debt.
Yeah. I mean, even ourselves, we've had to do it. So it is important to do that.
It's critical. And it's critical for your mental health. And I know, that is, that's what causes people the most stress running a business, is the cash flow in the normal course of events. Get your housekeeping in order, make the decisions, have the phone calls, and then get on with working in your business or on your business. And there's nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. And, the banks and everybody else just have to accept it. And I think a positive for me in this is that we're all in the same boat. The whole world is in the same boat. So people will look favorably on you. And I think people will look much more favorably on you if you contact them now, rather than when things start up again. Because if you wait until things start up again, then people are going to say, well, you didn't contact me, so I thought you were okay. So it's a tough one, but it's fairly critical. So number 9 is to secure your credit. Now, I know I'm in a different territory to you, and it's different all over the world, but governments across the world are putting billions into funding small businesses at the moment. I know it's difficult. I know it's really awkward. All these schemes are very chaotic at the moment, because they're run by politicians. They're not really being run by entrepreneurs. They're changing every single day. So stick with it. If there's money to be had there, no matter how little it is, go and look for it. Secure your credit now. You're going to need extra cash to sustain this. So if you need to get credit from the bank, lending companies, whatever, then I think do your homework on that now. But whatever money is there, whether you need it or not, take it, because remember, cash is king, and stick with the paperwork on it. I know we're not good at paperwork, but I think you've got to just beaver away at it and make sure whatever is available there, you know about it and you take it. So that's step number 9. And I'm back now to talking about marketing. So we're on number 10 now, Phil, so we're nearly there.
Sorry.
That's okay. So shift your marketing to showing support. Start getting obsessive about your marketing and make your marketing absolutely brilliant. And your marketing doesn't have to cost you a lot of money, but all those things, I know, again, when people sit in my classroom, they say things like, I don't know how to send out a newsletter. I don't use my software properly. So maybe learn how to send out newsletters, start sending out newsletters. If you need to improve your creatives on your social media platforms, do that. Please stay in front of your customers. Now you have the time. So does your database need to be tidied up? Is there anything you need to do to improve your website? How can you stay in front of your customers? Do you use Salon software? And if you do you understand and know the marketing functions on that? If you don't, could you organize some training with your Salon software company? So shift your marketing now, not to selling, but to showing support. Again, as I mentioned previously, so you are people's first choice when things reopen. So shift your marketing to show them support, be obsessive about your marketing, because companies that weather recessions do so because their marketing is amazing, not because of the downturn. But the companies that survive, and history has shown this, the companies that survive recessions like this sort of thing, are the companies that market. So be obsessive about marketing and showing support, not really selling, just being there. So that's number 10.
Okay. So just to interrupt there, Liz will be joining us later, people, along with our very own Stav Dimitriadis from TwinCare. We'll be debating things like whether you should be offering discounts when you reopen your salons, that kind of thing. So do join us again at about 2 o'clock when we will be giving you hopefully a few more positive pointers in that direction as well. There we go.
Yes, so there's so much to think about, isn't there? And my final step is step number 11, keep the faith. Get ready for your rise again moment. It is all about the comeback. So use this time for your comeback. I have a little phrase, a bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you fail to make the turn. So focus on your comeback, get your housekeeping in order, do what you need to do, go looking for the challenges, upskill, train your team, keep team morale up, and now look forward to your rise again moment and your comeback, and it will be good. So there are my 11 tips.
Okay, good, right.
Hope that was useful.
I hope so. If we have any questions for anybody, there's the chat line. Or the Q&A at the bottom of your screens, if anybody's got any questions for us. And if not, I can't see any questions open or anything on the chat at the moment. So I'm assuming, unless there's anything on the Facebook queries, but nothing's coming through as yet. I guess then, Liz, that we've answered everybody's problems.
I hope so.
And that all the salons in South Africa are going to be successful moving forward.
Without a doubt. And we'll speak again this afternoon.
Yes, indeed we will.
Great. So we keep the questions till then.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Phil. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you, Liz.
Not at all. My pleasure. Bye.
Bye. Bye.